Hello and welcome to News9 show, The South Indian. My name is Sudha Sadanan. As usual, I shall bring to you 9 top stories from the south of India. Let me now begin with a story that I have been tracking for almost more than a week now. Coming up on your screens, Me Too allegations rock Mollywood. 17 cases filed as more and more women are coming forward to speak out. All right, that's the main story. Me Too rocks Mollywood. And we are about to speak with Fawzia Fatima, who's cinematographer and founder of IWCC. But the point of the entire story is as follows. We know about the Hema committee report and how there have been several allegations against several men. The story so far is that almost 14 people have been accused of having violated several actors in the Malayalam film industry. And now the Hema committee report, due to which the government has set up an SIT to take cognizance of the allegations made against the accused. Now the SIT is very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that it has a very tough job on its hands. But then what creates a ray of hope is that now women are coming out and speaking against the harassment that they have faced. Like I said, 14 allegations have been made against men in Mollywood. And like I said, first of all the women and people who have always been involved in this movement is somebody who has been with the channel, with News9, speaking about what does it take to bring the perpetrators to the forefront to see that these things don't repeat in the industry yet again. Fawzia Fatima, cinematographer and founder of IWCC, is with it. Fawzia, thanks so much, Fawzia, for making the time. You, much like me, you're a working woman. I heard that you were busy, but you make the time, and that is because of the issue, I'm imagining. You know, my question today to you is that the SIT has said very clearly that, of course, we are going to start the investigations, but it's like meandering through a maze. Where we start, the names of people, and you know, we know that the report we got at least is the redacted report, but maybe the original report has a lot of names, you know, to go after those people, to go after those perpetrators. You know what, Fawzia, give me some hope, Fawzia. I was thinking, all right then, it's going to take so much time that by the time at least me at my age may die. Do you think these are delaying tactics?
Probably, probably because a lot of heavyweights have been mentioned and names of the perpetrators. And if it has gone out with full will to justice, yeah, lot of tumble, lot of uh, disruption of status quo will happen. And I really doubt how much will to justice is there.
Yeah, you
I
see,
doubt.
yeah, Fawzia, my second part of this story is where I'm asking a question: when will Mukesh quit? Because I was asking Mohanlal stand up, Mohanlal quit, he quit yesterday. Not that he quit because of me, but I'm saying it's a question that is playing up on my mind. This character Mukesh, you know, who's on the screen right now, is somebody who's a CPI MLA from Kollam, if I'm not wrong. He's a man who was an actor. You know, Minu Muneer was on my show yesterday, and she said very clearly, this man threatened me. He said, listen, if you act, you know, hanky-panky with me and try to create a big ruckus about I did this, that, then you can't possibly survive in the industry. The thing is, don't you think, as a messaging, of course, if you ask Pinarayi, he'll say SIT is there, it will do its job. Yeah, let it. But as a messaging, don't you think this man should go?
Of course, there is a strong moral obligation, and if there is any sense of conscience at play, action should be taken. He should move. Definitely, he should quit. If there is any modicum of you know self-respect and dignity, obviously it's not there, and it's very shameful the way holding on. It's very shameful.
Okay, Fawzia, I also want to ask you that, 17 cases have come. Lot of women are now, today we heard
Right.
Sonia also speaking, several other women, they are, someone said it's M&M. I don't want to really go into who M&M is. For me, it is still the toffee that we all used to eat as children, M&Ms. But the point is that I want to ask you something. The Amma committee, executive members, everyone, and also Mr. Mohanlal, they have quit. But
Yes.
Fawzia Fatima, do you think it's going to make any kind of a difference? Because I'm not really doubting Mr. Mohanlal's acting chops. He's fantastic, he's great. But then the influence that they have, because I was watching one of his old interviews where he's very blasé. He says, yeah, maybe, I don't want to comment. You go and, talk about it. There is a kind of, it's not about, sorry, I don't want to comment. It's about being very blasé, throwing your hands behind. You're a cinematographer, you know that expressions are very important. It is like, so that kind of a thing. Do you think it's going to impact people like Mohanlal, or even, let's not talk about Siddique because they are small fish compared to Mohanlal. But then do you think it's really going to impact them in any fashion?
They have achieved, no, they have completed the full cycle actually.
Okay.
So whether it will impact them, they are still holding the currents and holding the strings, and it will definitely affect others. But the good thing is, there has been impact in, say, in Bengal and in the Calcutta industry. Women have taken up arms against, the injustice that's happening in society. I would rather see the impact of this in what is going on in other states. And with this doctor's case, the women have, especially women in media, have come together, women behind screen, to formulate their demands and requesting the, change to happen in Bengal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here it is like ostrich, nothing happens, and you just put their head. The accomplished people will stick their head in the ground, and as if nothing happens. So I mean, I'm what else to expect from them? I mean, they've been at it. I have rather expectation of the people around, no, the younger people who should make a difference.
All right.
That
Fawzia
is
Fatih,
that is
yeah. Fawzia, I also want to ask you that obviously a new committee will be formed, AMA, there is talk that Prithviraj Sukumaran may take over. I don't want to conjecture at this point because he spoke very strongly and said that, the perpetrators should be brought to book. Fawzia Fatima, as a part of the industry, what changes do you envisage? First of all, do you think there should be more women in the committee, because this was an all-male kind of committee, wasn't it?
all male and women who are very patriarchal in their mindset and who want to toe the line. So there should be a very, refreshing change in the kind of people who come on board, who are ethical and who have a moral stand, men and women. And definitely 50% there should be representation. If not, there should be equal representation of women on the board, and definitely it should impact the kind of work that's happening, and the number of people who enter the field. Women should increase, and better working conditions and more fair working conditions and equal pay, fair pay. So in so many ways that change is in high time that change happens. And the bottleneck which is there for women to come into the field to work, there's so many talented women who are just afraid to enter because the trade-off is too high. So that kind of intimidation and oppression should that atmosphere should change. It should be very encouraging and supporting of artists who come and work in all the arts inside cinema. And definitely, if we can do that in this field, it will impact all the other fields, because just that in cinema we are talking it so loud. I'm sure this kind of oppression and glass ceiling and suppression is there in every area of life. Everywhere it is there,
Why
in
is it
every field.
also, yeah, Fauzia, I also am very surprised, and I'm only going to speak from the point of view of box office now. All the women who are brave, like Minu Muneer, like several other women, like Revati Sampath, all of them, salute to them. But why do I see the major superstar, women superstars not coming out and speaking? And I can, I watch Malayalam films, and except for Parvati, who's a major star, or Rima, who's part of, WCC, I don't see many. I mean, actually, one of the senior most actresses, Urvashi, whose latest film is really fabulous, she said that, you know, it didn't happen during our time, I don't want to comment. What is this reluctance all about?
This is, I mean, you see people who benefit out of patriarchy, men and women who benefit out of it. And if they disrupt, they don't have an alternate, they do not know, or they don't even want to think of an alternate, reality as a possibility. So it's only in the security of the existing relations that their life can go on and their wealth can accumulate and etc. etc. So its disruption of this system will affect their livelihood probably, even if they didn't needn't have to worry about it. Then it needs some gumption, it needs spine, it needs a ownership of one's own, medium for the person to come out and speak. And they should at least be literate. No, you can see Parvati, and she reads. I mean, they are very articulate and literate people. It's not enough to read your alphabets. You should be able to read literature and have an idea about thoughts of people who have gone before you, and contribution to history in women's movements. Some kind of notion of historicity is required, and you can see it in Parvati and Rima and people who are vociferous. They know what it means to speak. Those who don't read and don't want to know about what others have done and how their lives can be made better,
Right.
they don't want to make a difference. Then what can you say? So
On that
people have
note,
to be literate.
yeah, and so lovely that you're saying people have to read to be more aware, and what fantastic literature, of course, Malayalam has. Thank you so much, Fauzia Fatima, for joining us on this broadcast. That was Fauzia Fatima, one of the strongest voices ever to speak on the Hema committee report and whether the SIT is able to complete its investigation or maybe it will be delayed. The best part of the entire movement is the voices of women. These voices are the ones which will carry the movement forward and never allow all of us to forget that there was something called the Hema committee report. And one voice among them stands out, and that is of actor Minu Muneer, who spoke to me yesterday and has charged 4 men, Mukesh, Maniyanpilla Raju, Idavela Babu and Jayasuriya, and said they abused me physically and verbally on the sets of a 2013 movie and several other times. Let's listen in and I come back. Mohanlal has resigned. I want your first reaction on that, Minu.
What I have to tell, what you said, it is exactly right. Because when he was silent, the president of Amma Association, he was not supposed to sit like that. He should react. He should interfere in this problem rather than he was silent. So if he has resigned, he should have, what I have to tell is, he should have done this early itself. Because if he is unable to interfere in this, okay, let youngsters come forward as Amma's president. And I can tell that he is not worth to be as president. And Prithviraj, and he is very much apt for Amma's president. That only I can tell.
But why Minu, according to you, why was he quiet? He and also Mammootty sir. Both of them, let's not bring Mammootty here at all. I will only focus on Mohanlal. What was the reason for his silence? Why was he silent? Has he also been named according to you? Has he been accused allegedly? We do not know. But could it be either he's been accused or he's supporting all the peers, like Siddique, for instance, or Babu?
According to me, if I tell like that, I think he might have also accused in this various problem. He might have accused. That's why Hema committee members are waiting. I don't know why. Why he suddenly resigned means there is something behind.
Yeah,
he's scaring. Why he is scared? This is resigning means he's fearing and running away.
Okay. I want to ask you also, Minu, that you have spoken about how some people exploited you, forced to hug you, also kiss you, like you said, for the benefit of the viewers. If you can take us through that, because look, Minu, you're a senior actress. You also act in Tamil films, you've acted in Malayalam, you've acted in a lot of regional films. I just don't understand why you had to go through this, Minu.
When I was working in Dubai, Then from there, I came to act in this movie.
Okay.
Balachandra Menon, he was a director.
Okay.
So I came from there to directly to Malayalam, Kerala only. That time, because I was new to Malayalam film, and the location was in Secretariat. And everybody were sitting in the ground. Then I just went to Secretariat toilet, the washroom. I just went there. When I came out, suddenly one person is hugging me. It's unexpectedly, I got scared when I looked back and he's kissing also. Then I thought, the Malayalam cinema is like this or what? Because without a lady's consent, they're hugging and kissing means maybe the Malayalam field will be like that, I thought. Because I am first time to this. Then I came, then I just want to encourage with the Jagadish Raghuvan. He's a very decent person and very genuine person.
Who tried to hug you and kiss you, Minu? Was it Babu? Was it Mukesh? Who was it?
Who hugged me? That was Jayasuriya.
Jayasuriya. And now you have, of course, lodged a complaint against all of them. Go ahead. You speak about Jagadish, and of course, there was talk about him taking over Amma's secretaryship. Talk about him.
About the Amma secretary?
No, Jagadish.
Jagadish Srikumar. Now he is in bedridden because of that accident.
Yeah.
He was a genuine person actually. He was very. So I just want to share my this incident to him. What is this? Why that person is? By the time this Jayasuriya came after me and he asked me, Minu, I want to tell you one thing. Just respond me with yes or no. I just looked at him and he said that I am very much interested in you. I have a flat in Trivandrum. If you are interested, please come. We will meet there and you will be benefited. In the first movie itself, he told me like that. And I said no, because he said only yes or no. I said no. After that, he didn't disturb me at all. Then the second movie, Calendar. There I met Mr. the MLA Mukesh.
Mukesh. Yes.
Yeah,
who's a CPIM MLA and in the dock now. Who Pinarayi supposedly is protecting. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Minu Muneer.
Yeah. Then he also expressed his interest. I am interested. I said, no, I am not like that. I can't come like that. I'll be friendly, but I cannot share bed and I can't think about it. Why can't you? Then why did you come to film? If you come to film, then you have to share the bed. Malayalis means we have to act in front of camera as well as we should act behind the camera.
Oh my God.
So I said I cannot act behind the camera. I came to act, and I didn't come to live for this. I didn't come for survival. I was working in abroad in legal consultancy, and I was well settled. After settling only, I came to Malayalam field just because I love arts. I love singing. I love dancing. I love acting. For that I came. But he misunderstood that he can use me. How it's possible? He thought that, and he is very adamant. You have to sleep with me. And he was making a phone call to me. Come there. I am in this hotel. Can you come there? I am in that hotel. Can you come here? Now I am in my house villa. Can you come there? Like that only he was asking me constantly. So I was, because I am first time, new to this cinema field, I was just ignoring everything like that because I didn't get angry to them. Then then I went to act in another films and all. So if we want to get a membership in Amma's association, we have to act minimum 3 films. So I acted in some of another films. Totally, I acted in 6 films.
Okay.
Then I approached the secretary, the Amma secretary, Idavela Babu. I need a membership in Amma.
Okay.
He said, okay, you come to my house and come and fill up the form. I went there immediately. Then while I was filling the form, he also physically abused me.
Oh my God.
Then I just put, hey, what is this? Hey, come on, I am single. Why can't you adjust with me? Like that they're asking. Just wait for a while. Like that he also behaved to me like that. Then I thought, how will I get this Amma's membership? Then I contacted Innocent, who passed away, recently. Innocent. He was the president of Amma. Then I contacted him. He gave me one person's number. You contact him. I contacted him. Then I applied for a membership. Then after that, this so-called Mukesh is calling me. How dare are you to apply in Amma for the membership without my knowledge? How dare are you? Who is he? Actually, he is the secretary or what? He said, Minu, you cannot enter in Amma association without my knowledge. Without my knowledge, nothing will happen in Malayalam film industry, he said.
Okay.
Then,
Okay.
then he was telling, if you want the membership, sit with me. Adamantly he was telling, you share with me. Share the bed with me.
You heard that? If you want this, then do this. If you want that, then do this. Or else. Or else. We're going to talk about the same man that Minu was speaking about just now. Is it time for M Mukesh to be sacked after Minu's allegations of sexual assault against the CPIM leader? Who is Pinarayi actually saving? That's after a break.
Give it to me, pass. We'll put new glasses in the windows and they keep breaking it. This is the fourth time. You are playing football throughout the day. Will you win the world by playing football?
Yes, uncle. I will now conquer the world by playing football. Let's go to Germany.
World's largest football talent hunt, News9 Indian Tigers and Tigresses. In association with DFB Pokal, Bundesliga, BBB and India Football Center. Train and play matches in Europe. Register now and fly to Germany. IndianTigersandTigresses.com.
For the very first time in our investigation, we unmasked the killer of Ravindra Matre.
In 5G, we have to stand with the world, and in 6G, we have to lead the world.
Winning a Grammy was an absolutely surreal experience.
Joe Biden is not going to be the Democratic presidential nominee.
I made my choice. Kamala Harris. She's experienced. She's tough. She's capable.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
I am the one saving democracy.
He has tapped into the fear and anxiety about demographic change in the US.
This polarization in the United States. Some people are even suggesting that there could be a civil war.
You are this unable to solve your own domestic problems. You have no right to claim to be anybody else in the world. And we're moving into a multipolar world where the United States will not lead.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
This is part 2 of our main story. Look at that man. Isn't it time for this man, Mukesh, to finally make an exit? We are focusing on this man alone, M Mukesh, and asking the question, time for Mukesh to exit? The ruling CPIM finds itself terribly cornered over sexual harassment allegations because there are several men in the party with links to this entire allegation. Although the LDF government has succeeded in getting director Ranjit to resign as chairperson of the state-run Kerala Chalachitra Academy because he was seen to have been affiliated with CPIM. The focus now, ladies and gentlemen, is on the man. This is Ranjit on your screen, but the man that we are focusing on is M Mukesh. There he is. He's an MLA from Kollam, and he's under scanner after actress Minu Muneer lodged a complaint against him. He's also supposed to be part of the committee that is slated to organize the cinema conclave in November of this year. Although opposition parties, including the UDF and BJP, is paying for his blood, there seems to be a bit of a confusion in the BJP with Suresh Gopi, actor turned politician and BJP union minister, openly throwing his weight around Kollam MP Mukesh. And actually, Suresh Gopi accused the media of exaggeration. He said, listen, wait, this, that, you are the people who are exaggerating, as always, trying to shoot the messenger. But then K Surendra, who's president of Kerala BJP, was very clear that Mukesh should be sacked and it is him, that is Surendran, and not Suresh, who is eligible to make a decision. You know what? It is such a shame that there is so much focus on playing politics over Mukesh rather than asking him to quit until proven innocent. And of course, the CPIM on the other hand is doing everything to shield him. I am saying shield him because by now this man on your screen should have left until proven innocent. B. Gopalakrishnan, advocate and political analyst, is with us. Let me now go across to him and have a discussion on this. And also Said Aziz Pasha, who is former Rajya Sabha MP, CPIM. Let me welcome both of you. Said Aziz Pasha, sir, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Pasha, don't you think this man, M Mukesh, should have been asked to go by now?
This is really serious allegations, and it has given a lot of surprise to each and everyone. So how the things were happening, it is just like after this report has come, it was just nothing but like opening a Pandora's box. So how you see the artists, particularly the ladies, are facing discrimination, and then they are subjected to humiliation. So which is really, you see, this is not the first time. First of all, the question is why the report was kept for 5 years. Only when other persons they have given a application, right to information, then only it was revealed. Otherwise, they were in a position to suppress the things also. So earlier in Bombay, after the Me Too movement, so the committee of Anita Hill, that also exposed several things. Now
why is your comrade Pinarayi Vijayan protecting this man? What is the reason? You know, your party is known to give equality. Your party is ideologically for equality to women. What is with the hypocrisy of Pinarayi Vijayan, Pasha, sir?
No, first of all, let me clarify that I am from CPI, but anyhow, they are.
You are an ally, sir. You are an ally.
So we are both CPI, CPM together. We always champion the cause of women's.
Yeah, today Binoy, sir, you are an ally. Today Binoy Viswam has also spoken about it. But you are allies, no? In Kerala, I want to ask you whether it's CPI, CPIM. The thing is, this man on the screen should have been asked to leave, sir. Do you agree, Mr. Pasha?
No. You see, basically we don't agree. Even, you see, the things what was happening. We could have taken this action long back, and then no patronizing of any sort of persons who were misusing their position and doing a lot of atrocities. There is no, you see, nothing of that sort.
Let me bring, so Mr. Pasha feels that he should be asked to leave. Now let me get Mr. Gopalakrishnan in. Mr. Gopalakrishnan, this entire politics which has actually burst forth on, in the BJP, the confusion about this man on the screen, Suresh Gopi has gone to town saying why should he be asked to leave? Has it been proven you media people are exaggerating? On the other hand, Surendran, who is the head of the BJP, says only I am allowed to speak, he should be. What kind of a messaging is this? It's about the women. It's not about playing politics.
No, you are wrong. We have taken the decision, and we have already been published our stand of party. Our party stand is very clear. It is against Mukesh. It is supporting the Hema report, and we are alleging that only the Communist Party, the Marxist Party, and the government is suppressing all the facts even today. And we took very perfected decision that we are supporting Hema report and the Mukesh, who is a criminal, because the allegation against him, there are 3 allegations against Mr. Mukesh. So he has to resign immediately because he is an MLA. He is an MLA.
But Suresh, no, sir, Gopalakrishnan, sir. But hasn't Suresh Gopi come? He is a union minister now. He's come out in support of Mukesh, sir. That's why I'm saying there is confusion within your party.
Here there is no confusion. Our party stand is very clear, and it has been yesterday, it has been declared by our state president. Even after the incident, we have discussed the matter with the Suresh Gopi also. And the Suresh Gopi is also the same position what we are going to take. And he told us that party stand is my stand also. But being an artist, I am little bit confused about of this present situation. I am not supporting.
Are you
Mukesh,
so fine?
but
So are you
one
saying one should ignore that your party is ignoring Suresh Gopi? Is that what you're saying?
No. Why should, madam? Why should ignore? We discussed the matter with the Suresh Gopi. So what Suresh Gopi mentioned yesterday, the court will decide. That is only the Suresh Gopi has mentioned. And after that, after the Surendran's press conference, we have communicated this is the party stand, and he agreed for that. You know, the last 4 years, continuously, some media people is targeting Suresh Gopi and unnecessarily making a lot of allegations.
Yeah, very
against
good,
Suresh
sir.
Gopi.
When you are out of any excuses, you shoot us. No, we are the most vulnerable. Either we are called Godi media or we are called pests. But the point is, I am doing my job. No, sir. Even the other day, he came out and he said, sir, with due respect, sir, you spoke. He said, sir, please. He said, if I have to choose between politics and cinema, I will choose films. It's more important for me. So somewhere the man still needs to learn the ropes of politics. He's a good actor, but is he a good politician? I don't think so. Time will tell. Syed Aziz Pasha, sir, if I can come to you, Mr. Pasha. Mr. Pasha, it is all very well for you to, as an ally, to say this should happen. I mean, I'm happy you're saying that Mukesh should just leave now. Something should be done. But why is it that enough and not enough and more pressure is being put on Pinarayi Vijayan? See, he sits, I mean, the report is delayed. After that, he dilly-dallies about, starting criminal investigations. Now, also, if you look at it, Mukesh is sitting on it because he's supposed to be part of a film conclave in November. But no decision has been taken. Women have said he is allegedly an abuser. Why is not enough pressure being put on Pinarayi, sir? Pasha, sir?
Madam, the left movement is always in the forefront for championing the cause of women. If there is any atrocities committed against women, we will never keep quiet, whosoever it may be. Anyhow, if the delay is being caused by the highest authority, it is really not appropriate in that way. Anyhow, what are the reasons for delaying this thing, we don't know. But the public thinks that it is intentional, so the government is trying to protect or shield. I don't think ultimately you will see that we will never shield any culprits or particularly those.
But it's late in the day, Pasha sir, it's late in the day. It should have happened weeks ago is my whole very humble submission to you. The women are endangered. They feel threatened and this man is still sitting there and smiling away and waving to people. Mr. Let me go to the lawyer, the advocate, Mr. Gopalakrishnan. Why is Pinarayi so scared? I mean, don't you think this man should have been asked to leave by now? What is keeping him?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go, sir. Go ahead, sir. Sir, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, but I want to clarify very the statement of Suresh Gopi. One thing I want to clarify. Suresh Gopi never supported Mukesh. What he said yesterday, the court will take decision, not the press. That is only the statement from Suresh Gopi. At the same time, the party has taken very stringent decision against Mukesh, and we will not allow the state government to conduct conclave with Mukesh. If the Mukesh is present, we will prevent the conclave. We are for the woman, and we are stand for the decency and the modesty of the actress. No doubt about it. And Suresh Gopi is also with us. Yesterday night, we spoken to Suresh Gopi. Even today, he stated that I am stand for the law and the justice. I stand for justice. Even if the Mukesh made any mistake, made any crime, he will be punished by the law. There is no compromise on that. This was a statement by the Suresh Gopi also.
Sir, you are an advocate and sir, please let me speak, and on this show we don't shout. We respect people who are learned and elder. I do not shout back at them. So please be patient with me. Mr. Gopalakrishnan, you are a lawyer. If this man on the screen, already there are several charges against him. So if you go strictly by law, he should at least be asked to step down, sir, until he is proven innocent. No step has been taken. For you to say Suresh Gopi said justice should happen, of course justice, everyone will say that. But specifically in the case of Mukesh, he said, who are you people and all that. It's not, I'm doing my job. I'm asking you, you are an actor. This Mukesh is an actor turned politician. So I'm asking you, the entire thing is, if you read Mr. Surendran's statement today in several newspapers, he said, Suresh Gopi will not take all these decisions, I will. So there seems to be some confusion about this entire thing. And there is a lot of... Sir, let me also go to Mr. Pasha. Mr. Pasha.
Madam, there is no confusion regarding of this issue. We have strongly condemned the act by the Mukesh.
Unhappy.
And we are against this. And there is no confusion. The entire party is against Mukesh. Entire party is against those who have done the crime. So we are supporting Hema report, and we are supporting the women who are facing the discrimination in the cinema. We will definitely fight for the rights of the woman, and we will definitely protect the woman also. And that is why we are going to take a strong step against of the government. Even Suresh Gopi also with us in the party stand. There is no confusion. I am very sorry to say there is no confusion at all today.
All right. And on that note, thank you very much, Mr. Gopalakrishnan and Mr. Pasha, for joining us on this broadcast. We'll have to move to our next story, and it's about a woman. K Kavitha walks out of jail. What would be the BRS leader's next move? Let's find out, and that's after a break. Thank you.
Fast.
My God, isn't she your daughter?
Yes.
She's playing football. This is boys' game. Make her study. If she doesn't get a good job, she will get a good match. Will you win the world by playing football?
Yes, auntie. My daughter will win the world by playing football.
Let's go to Germany.
World's largest football talent hunt, News9 Indian Tigers and Tigresses. In association with DFB Pokal, Bundesliga, BVB and India Football Center. Train and play matches in Europe. Register now and fly to Germany. IndianTigersandTigresses.com.
How do you fulfill that promise? Because ultimately expectations have to be met. If you look at the political landscape, is it really changing for women? And what is the inability of the forces that dead bodies surface but not the living people?
It's said that out of 7 diamonds across the world, 5 are cut and polished in India.
Don't forget, US is the largest consumer of, polished diamonds and the diamond jewelry. And that has taken a big beating for multiple reasons, but largely because of the consumer spending going down on these items. And that's essentially what has hit the diamond industry.
We are at a brim where you see not just one, but multiple very strong global brands coming out of India. And we will make a global market. I'm convinced about that.
This and more. Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
And that's our next story. K Kavitha's next move. BRS leader, that is K Kavitha, walked out of Tihar jail late Tuesday evening, hours after the Supreme Court granted her bail in the context of corruption and money laundering cases linked to the Delhi excise policy scam. BRS workers and supporters gathered outside the jail to welcome their leader. They burst crackers and even as she stepped out of prison. Kavitha's brother and BRS working president K.T. Ramarao was present to receive his sister. You can see those visuals of K.T.R. Garu, who's accompanying his sister Kavitha. Stepping out of jail, K Kavitha said, and I quote her, only politics is responsible for the situation.
आप सभी को मेरा धन्यवाद। आप सभी को मेरा धन्यवाद। 5.5 महीने के बाद आज फैमिली से, मेरे बेटे से, पति से, मेरे भाई से, सबसे मिलके थोड़ा हम भावुक हो गए हैं। लेकिन इस स्थिति के लिए जो रेस्पॉन्सिबल है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ राजनीति है। आप सभी जानते हो, पूरा देश जानता है, सिर्फ राजनीति के वजह से हमें जेल में डाला गया है। हमारा कोई गलती नहीं है और ये जरूर हम फाइटर है, हम लड़ेंगे, हम अपने आप को बिल्कुल बेगुनाह साबित करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच। जय तेलंगाना।
Of course, Kavitha also added, we are fighters, we will fight it out legally and politically.
For ma'am, you are happy now? Do you see any big conspiracy behind you? You are happy?
All I have to say is law will prevail, law will take its course. But I know for sure I've done nothing wrong. And the whole country knows this was a faulty case. Thank you.
The Enforcement Directorate arrested K Kavitha at her Banjara Hills residence in Hyderabad on 15th of March and the CBI arrested her from Tihar jail on 11th of April. While granting bail on Tuesday, the Apex Court bench of Justices B.R. Gavai and K.V. Vishwanathan noted that Kavitha had been in custody for around 5 months and came down heavily on the two central agencies. It's almost like hitherto unheard of on CBI and ED. Amongst other things, the Apex Court commented on the sorry state of affairs and further added, and I'm reading it out, the prosecution has to be fair. You can't pick and choose anyone. What is this fairness? A person who incriminates himself has made a witness, the bench said, adding, tomorrow you will pick up everyone as you choose and leave anyone you choose as an accused. Very fair and reasonable discretion. That's what it said, and I think it's going to go down in recent history as that one time, apart from when the court also spoke in the case of Manish Sisodia, in the case of K Kavitha, about how the individual's freedom, a citizen's freedom, is of utmost importance, and the constitutional propriety. We are joined by BRS leader Krishank Mane, and let's understand what Kavitha's next step shall be. Krishank, thank you so much for joining us. I want to know, I mean, she came out and she spoke, of course, about how it was politically motivated, but she also said, I'm going to pay you back in the same coin. You know, we've done a lot of stories on when BRS was TRS, and we saw how KCR Garu continuously saw to it that, you know, he did not give in to Modi, because he used to be absent when Modi used to, you know, be in Hyderabad. I mean, I've asked you many times, why is that? Tell me, what is K Kavitha's next step going to be, Krishank?
Well, Sudhaji, firstly, thank you, because I believe we've debated a half a dozen times on this false case, which we strongly believe. And we've always reiterated, number one, that there is no role of Kavitha Garu, and she's being framed only because the government of India, which uses its investigative agencies, is targeting KCRG, and for that they've used Kavitha Garu and this whole case as an opportunity. And sadly, BRS did get affected by this, because none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, came and used this case in the election campaign of Telangana Assembly polls. So why Kavitha Garu has to pay back for this with interest, every BRS cadre also feels, because during Assembly polls, the political parties, be it the Congress or the Bharatiya Janata Party, while this case was in the Honorable Court, one side Congress demanded for the arrest of Kavitha Garu, at the other side Bharatiya Janata Party used this as a political tool. And now you see, though every remark which Honorable Supreme Court has stated during this release order is definitely has to be reached out and discussed, and that is why Kavitha Garu needs to continue this fight. This legal fight and this political fight is really very important,
right?
Because based on the scripts and narratives of people who were sitting in prisons, if you remember, in fact, we've debated also, Sudha Garu, I remember debating with you on this. There was one con man, Mr. Sukesh Chandrasekhar.
Yes.
No one understands that how he gets a piece of paper, a pen, because I've been in jail too numerous times on different agitations, and it is not so easy to get a piece of paper. But this man sits there, writes narratives, writes stories, writes OTT series, writes scripts, and that is carried by, primetime debates, sadly. And in fact, political parties also on those narratives, they create trial and in fact investigative agencies.
All right. Krishan,
today, I'll just conclude this. Today, if the Honorable Supreme Court is saying that based on accused statements, based on approver statements, cannot be admissible evidence, cannot be a reliable evidence, cannot be a reliable witness. This was what we were, from 2 years. For 2 years we were arguing.
All right.
And today, definitely Honorable Supreme Court.
Yeah, but I have to tell the viewers, Krishank, wait a minute. I have to tell the viewers, ladies and gentlemen, those are the visuals of Kavitha Garu, who's now gotten off in Hyderabad, and look at the party workers and her supporters who've come to cheer her, to welcome her back into the fold. Those are live visuals that you're getting. Krishank, I want to ask you that your party is not in power. It lost power to the Congress party. Also, several of your MLAs, several of the members have now jumped to the Congress. Your BRS is right now actually struggling to find its feet. So when Kavitha says that she will pay it by the same coin, what exactly is her plan going forward? Leave alone the legal battle of it. Of course, I just said that it will go down in history. But politically, what is her plan going to be? Because you're sitting in opposition and you're rather weakened now, Krishank Mane.
Sudha Garu, when this party started, when KCR Garu formed this party, he resigned to his post, and then numerous times they've resigned for the Telangana statehood. And in fact, when Telangana actually happened, he was the sole MP who fought out, who voiced out, who ensured that entire nation heard us and came to agreement that Telangana should be happened. So numbers really don't matter about us. What matters is not budging down to forces. Yes, Congress has won an election based on lies. They continue to do that. I mean, imagine even yesterday, their working presidents and their leaders, their senior leaders, are questioning the Supreme Court's decision. Same with the Home Affairs Union Ministry too. None other than Mr. Bandi Sanjay says that, we are allied to the Congress. Now the Congress leader says we are allied to the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Yeah, but
so hilarious that even the counsel who fought the case also is being tarnished now. Congress is forgetting that Mukul Rahodgi ji fought Robert Vadra's case in the DLF issue.
All right. Krishank, I want to ask you something. You are, very prominent leader of the BRS. Once Kavitha goes home, what is her first priority going to be? There's a lot of curiosity about that. What is she going to be doing?
Number one, the family. Okay. Because there has been a lot of trauma. Because history of India says, Sudha Garu, that women have always been put to test. Right from mythology to today, women have always been put to test by the system, by the society. And here also, I mean, the name calling, big leaders, top leaders, used to call her liquor queen, XYZ and all that. And today when the Supreme Court has stated that there is no single evidence that the ED could place, definitely we need to, more than the celebration, we've seen the emotions yesterday. Yeah. How when she stepped out of the jail, she met her family members, her son, her husband, her brother, KTR Garu. And in fact, everyone is awaiting to see the movement, because people were asking, why isn't KCR talking about this? Why isn't KCR visiting to the Tihar jail? KCR never budges down. So for us, as BRS party cadre, we would definitely want to see KCR Garu and Kavitha ji meeting, and that moment will definitely be a very important moment for us, because both these leaders, I mean, KCR Garu, he is the man who has made Telangana a reality. So definitely, they will not be silent. They will come back strong. They will come back strong on both these forces, both the national parties, who blamed us, who put false allegations on us, who tried to, ensure on this case politically diminish us, but we will be back. We will rise back. Kavitha Garu will rise back.
On that note, thank you very much, Krishank Mane, for speaking to us. Let me say this, never ever write off politicians. They bounce back before you know that. Thank you very much indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, I've come to the end of the show. As promised, I leave you with some of the other top headlines from the south of India. Take a look. Namaskara.
Lived up to their pre-tournament billing, delivering a series of less than convincing performances. With 2 draws and a solitary win.
Your son will be Messi. No studies, just football all day. Go, my son, go. Make my face shine through playing football.
Not only your face, but also the country's. I will conquer the world by playing football. Come, let's go to Germany!